The Department of Health and Human Services, Susan Monarez, will no longer lead the CDC after just a month with the Public Health Agency. Attorneys say they represent Monarez and claim she has not resigned. They also say she hasn't received notification from the White House about her dismissal. CBS News medical contributor Dr. Celine Gounder joined CBS Mornings earlier and spoke about the fallout from the firing.
We're really dealing with a massive power vacuum, leadership vacuum, because it's not just Dr. Monarez who's gone. You have 25% of the staff that's been fired. It's the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. A number of the directors of the various individual centers have also been pushed out. And then 3 additional center directors resigned yesterday.
All right, let's bring in CBS News White House reporter Olivia Rinaldi. Olivia, thank you for joining us today. What are you hearing from the White House about this firing?
Well, Mugo, it's good to be with you. The White House says that, in fact, Ms. Monarez has been ousted from her position at the CDC, I should say. Yesterday, we had heard from HHS, who said that she was let go. She was ousted from that role. And then we heard from her lawyers that say, no, in fact, she has not been ousted, and that the only person who can fire her is the White House, and she refuses to resign. Now, as a result, we just got this statement in from the White House, from Kush Desai, a White House spokesperson, who said Susan Monarez is not aligned with the president's agenda of making America healthy again. Since Susan Monarez refused to resign, despite informing HHS leadership of her intent to do so, the White House has terminated her from her position with the CDC. Now, as you mentioned, she was in this role for just about a month, 27 days, and this is a role that you have to be confirmed in. So she was confirmed by the Senate on largely party lines, but it was put forth by the White House. And we have some reporting that allegedly she had clashed with Secretary Kennedy, who leads the Department of Health and Human Services, over COVID vaccines. We've seen a lot of action on that in recent days, where Secretary Kennedy has pulled back some of that authorization for COVID vaccines that were approved back in 2020 during the height of the pandemic. So quite notable there. She had held a variety of positions throughout federal government, but it seems now that after her leaving the CDC, as Dr. Gounder has also said, there's been a bit of a vacuum. There are other top officials who left in her wake. So a lot of questions about who is going to lead the CDC. As we mentioned, this is a Senate-confirmed position. So the White House is going to have to put forward yet another candidate who's going to have to go through vetting, hearings, and a process on Capitol Hill to lead this agency.
Yeah, and Olivia, Monarez is the second federal official this week who has challenged the administration's ability to fire them. What are you hearing on that front?
Right, that's exactly right, Mugo. I mean, we heard from Monarez, who's saying that the White House has to fire her, that it can't come from HHS leadership, but also thinking of Dr. Cook, the Federal Reserve one of the governors on the Federal Reserve Board of Governors, who earlier this week received a letter from this White House that the president said he no longer has confidence in her. She filed a lawsuit today saying that she was removed abruptly, and this violated her due process rights under the Constitution and federal law. She was also arguing that the Trump administration tried to redefine the meaning of cause. Remember, her ousting happened because the White House said that there was a federal agency that found that she lied on some mortgage documents. She has not been charged in that case, but she's saying that because of that accusation, they are calling that the cause for her removal. Now, the White House also said in a statement today that the president exercised his lawful authority to remove a governor on the Federal Board of Governors for cause. The president determined there was cause to remove her for credibly lying on financial documents on a highly sensitive position overseeing financial institutions. Again, Mugo, she has not been charged. This is just an accusation at this point, but it kind of speaks to this broader theme that we have seen. 2 federal officials now who they have tried to oust from positions, Senate-confirmed positions, and are seeing some pushback and resistance.
Yeah, certainly seems that way. Olivia Rinaldi, thank you so much for your reporting today.